Listen, it's time. It's time to get ready. It's time to go. Let's
All right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Unique Perspectives Love Talk Radio. I'm your host, Charles Dixon, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Adam Ford. How are you, sir?
What's up, fam, on this Friday evening? What's going on, y'all? Woo-hoo, it's ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo. And the reason why I'm so excited is
Okay,
because I'm about to be on vacation. Woo-hoo!
so you leave next week, right? Or something like that? Next week you leave.
Yeah. I'm on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, man. This
So-
gonna be out, bro.
Hey, I also want to take a shout out to all of the Unique Perspectives folks that was holding it down on the live review we did the review the other week. You know, I appreciate that. And those of you who didn't get a chance to see it, it's still on my page. If you scroll back, you'll see the last live from, I want to say it was from last Saturday. You'll see it there, and you can take in. It was a good experience. You know, good experience.
Yeah, and we definitely have to shout out Sister Valerie and the Haven Ministries in Aurora, Illinois, for hosting the live streaming podcast on last Saturday. It was a great time. We had a lot of people to come out. We had a lot of supporters online. We just want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting us and well wishing us. We appreciate all your support. Tell your families, tell your friends. And you know what, Charles? You know what's coming up real soon?
What's that?
Christmas is coming up real soon. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? This will make a perfect gift for any. I know this. I'm chilling so bad right now, but I'm just saying. I think it will make a perfect gift. What's up?
Yeah, but you know what might be a good idea, Adam, is obviously we can't be everywhere at every time, but like what we may need to do is definitely connect and just do a bunch of signing and then send it out like that with our signatures.
True that.
You know what I mean? Because there's people, people want autograph copies or whatever, and so
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but you know what too? We might have to pop up in a couple of cities and do some live streaming too. So if y'all want us to come out,
put the word out. DC, listen, DC is the hometown, so I'm gonna connect with some folks there, and if some folks watch that want to reach out that I may be overlooking, hey, DC, Maryland, the DMV area, let's get it on.
Yeah.
Let's Chicago, different areas in Chicago,
Yeah.
Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, whatever, hey, different parts, all sorts of the areas, all the Midwest, different places, whatever we can do to make it do what it do.
We willing to come out to y'all. We willing to come out to y'all. Y'all can we be flued out.
New York,
flued out. You know what I'm saying? Get flued out. You know what I'm saying? And
we gotta make it like a production. See, we can do some. We'll do some. We can collaborate with some folks and make it a whole production.
No doubt. Man.
I'm not selfish. It ain't got to be all about us.
Not at all. It's about everybody involved because everybody's got connections. Everybody's got relationships, and we all need help in doing better in terms of how we treat one another. Right, Tom? Real talk.
Yeah. So just what somebody would know. What this would look like is simply if someone is saying, if you have a venue, if you have ministry, like let's just say if you have a ministry, that you want to highlight this type of stuff or things like that, or if you're someone that says, hey, we got such and such a book club and it's a big following, but we'll rent out such and such place or whatever you got going on in your city, we can just and be like a panel, and we can do what we need to do and answer the questions. But we'll after last Saturday.
What now?
We'll have our own security because some people not saying their names. We need to put up pickets. Don't go to that church no more. Don't go to church no more.
You about to be in a whole lot of trouble. They about to come for you, Valerie.
Oh, shut
and Pastor John. They about to come for you.
Nah, man. That's my guy, man. Yeah, that Valerie. Anyway, so yeah, that was a lot of fun though. All jokes aside, it was a lot of fun. Don't jump in the comments about it. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, it's the story of my life. I promise you, each and every time I go somewhere and talk on these platforms, it's always the same. I remember when I did the Black Women's Expo in Chicago. It was a really nice event, and it's all those, and that's where I actually met kind of like Inyatu, Nolan, Kinu, Kanu, remember the guys that come on the show. All those guys I met on that platform. And I remember we were talking one time, and this lady, she got up and was talking about why she cheats on her husband. She was this older woman, but she was really bold. She had her season, and she was like, well, I know what it was. She said, she cheats, and she was everybody was falling out on the floor, but she said, I cheat because he doesn't get excited when he sees me.
Wow.
I have a problem with him not getting excited when he sees me. And so all I said to her, and it set the blaze, well, have you ever tested the fact? And she said, what's the fact to test? Did you ever set another woman beside you and see if he gets excited for her? Because it just might not be him. Because after I was looking at her, I was like, it could be you. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, I wouldn't get excited. But anyway, so yeah. But no, it was cool. But it was fun. It was a fun event. And so that was cool. But
and that's why he's on the run today. She's still hunting him down for what he's saying.
Right. They always got to come after me. But no, you got to make it fun. See, the thing is this. When it comes to relationship problems, people being single, people being on the verge of divorcing, even though people come looking for some sorts of answers or something to relate to, the comedic element helps.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of pain and hurting and people crying. So if you can find a way to weave in there some humor to kind of lighten what you're giving them, it helps. So, I look at it like that sometimes. Yeah. All right. So today we are talking about navigating single. What does it look like? What are the boundaries? And I know somebody's in the back saying, what do you mean navigating commitment? Commitment. I'm sorry. I said single.
You said single.
Navigating commitment. Sorry about that. Navigating commitment. And I know people are in the back saying, oh, what do you mean? Commitment is commitment. Be committed and that's it. Be with your person and that's the end of the day. That is essentially true. But we know in today's time, people are making their own audibles, if you will, and pivots within commitment, right? So you have to check in and reassure that your commitment is what you think it is still.
Right.
And so, here's the thing that a lot of people kind of don't think about this perspective of it, is you can really only commit or stay committed to something that is shored up and locked down for you. Like people aren't going to, in this day and time, people are not going to be committed to something where they feel the person is shaky with them.
Yeah.
Meaning, when I say shaky, I don't mean imperfect, just your imperfect day-to-day selves. I
Mhm.
mean, if you feel like the person does not value the commitment that you and this person formed.
Mhm.
And I was going to put a post out today, and it says loyalty, and it's like the loyalty. I look at loyalty as the evolution of commitment. It
Okay.
evolves to loyalty. Like, you start with commitment,
Hmm.
but it evolves to this seasoned place of I'm not going nowhere, and I'm all things supportive of you. And that's as a result of an appreciation of the commitment you gave them for so long and
Okay.
consistently. People
Okay.
value that over time when they see that you rocking with me and you're this way solid. That evolves to, look, I'm good with you. I don't have no gripes. I don't have no desire to go over here or over there. I'm loyal. Now, I'm not gonna be silly loyal, but I'm loyal to the cause, right? There's a fine line. Yeah, gotta say that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. You said it was so basically you're saying that loyalty is something that you mature to as a result of your commitment. That's what
correct,
you're saying, right?
correct.
Okay, so I'll take a different slant at that. I'll say that loyalty is an attribute of commitment, um,
Mm,
and the fact that in my commitment there is bundled together the idea and the reality of loyalty, the idea and the reality of dedication, the fact I
mm,
am aligned with you.
mm,
I have, in a way, because of my behavior, I am pledging my allegiance to
mm,
you as a result of my commitment. And I am devoted and dedicated to you, which is as a result of my commitment to you. And I think for us nowadays, commitment cannot be understated, even though nowadays it seems like commitment is not as valuable as it has been in past times. You
yeah,
know, you just to the very example that you gave about the woman
yeah,
who was cheating on her husband.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that commitment, that loyalty, that dedication has eroded to the point where she is no longer committed to her husband. And
Mm,
now she is practicing unfaithful behavior.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So I think we, as people now today, in today's society, we have to understand what real commitment is. And one of the things that I want us to begin to dig into as we have this conversation is the fact that my commitment requires that what I'm committing myself to is worth my time, it's worth my investment, and it's worth me putting myself on the line every single time. That my commitment is something that I see and I assess as a result of having been with you for a period of time, where I begin to realize that, hey, this particular person has been with me for however long they've been with me. I need to really begin to commit myself to them.
yeah.
I really need to begin to dedicate myself to them because of the fact that they themselves have proven themselves, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, worth my commitment, worth my time, and
Well,
worth my investment.
so here is the audience throwing rocks. Okay, not the audience per se, but listen. Okay, think about it like this.
Yeah.
Hearing it that way would make me think. So the whole point, the whole purpose of dating, fact finding, discovering commonality,
Mhm.
being comfortable, and then saying to each other, "Hey, I want to go to be exclusive."
Okay.
Me, when you agree to be exclusive, you're agreeing to be committed to me.
Mm,
I'm
okay.
just saying, no, because think about it. Exclusives means it's just you and me. So what is commitment? It's
Okay.
just you and me. And so if you're saying, now maybe you can just say it. So if you're saying, okay, get exclusive, it's you and me, we're not seeing anybody else, we are committed. But it
Okay.
sounds like it's saying that's tier one commitment.
Yeah.
Tier,
That's what I
tier,
was.
commitment is after I see that you really, really rock with me, now you can meet my mother. You understand what I'm saying? So,
but we're doing that on both ends, right? We're both vetting one another in this dating process. We're vetting one another. We're investigating each other. We're trying to make sure that the person that we are with is actually worth the commitment. Because if I'm with you and you got this kind of behavior that's kind of off-putting, that puts me on edge, that makes me feel insecure, I'm not really where you're at. Are we on the same page? Or are we not on the same page? It's going to make me less likely to commit to you. But I only find that out the more time that I spend with you.
But why do you got to spend time exclusive to find that out? See, this is where the selfishness comes into play, because you don't get to take me off the market if you're not going to be focused on me alone.
Okay, so here's the thing. So
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So here's the thing, though, right? So in what you're saying, yeah, that's absolutely true, and I would add to that because of the fact that, okay, if I'm going to be exclusive to you, that means that I'm not giving anybody else any attention. I'm paying attention strictly to you to make sure that what I believe is possible is actually possible. So I'm going to pay attention to you. You're going to have my focus. You're going to have my eyes and my ears. I'm going to be checking you out, and I'm hoping that you're checking me out so that both of us can see whether or not this arrangement that we have with one another can actually be something that we commit to in each other.
See, there's that again. So I think what you're suggesting, Mr. Ford, subliminally, not that you're saying it's openly.
Okay.
But this may sound like we need to redefine the dating process.
Okay.
And say, when we want to get to a point of exclusivity, you got to totally see if the other person is okay with it. But you say to them, hey, I really enjoy my time with you. I like hanging out with you, this, that, and the other.
Okay.
What do you think about us kind of putting ourselves in a space where we only focus on one another until we decide if the grandiose commitment thing is best for us? Because if you say that, the person is like, okay, I kind of understand. But go ahead. But in this day and time, I promise you, there is so much trepidation and anxiety around being made a fool of or played. People are not apt to want to buy into somebody saying, just give me a little time to see if you're worth me taking seriously.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna back a little bit.
So part of this idea of commitment, and we don't really talk about this aspect of it, but as I'm thinking about it, it actually does exist. Part of this idea of commitment involves a degree of risk.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really sure if you are actually for me and with me. And the only way I'm going to be able to find that out is that, number one, like you said, Charles, that we be exclusive to one another, which means we're not involving any other parties. It's just going to be me and you. And in the process of this exclusivity, we are going to pay attention to each other. Now, here's the thing, though, guys. Here's the thing, though. I know I'm saying this in a very overt way, but I believe the actual process is not overt. The process in and of itself is very covert. It's read between the lines. It's subtext. Okay. And so in my being with you, the hope is that we are at least aware enough to observe each other when we are with each other, that we are taking care to observe each other's behavior when we're around each other. How are you when you're happy? How are you when you're sad? How are you when you don't have or you need something? Are you willing to accept that? These are the type of things that we should be paying attention to in order to be able to determine whether or not a commitment is worth it. But again, with a commitment, there's a degree of risk because I don't know whether or not if you are somebody who I can commit myself to.
But why do we need to? But why, again? So here's the thing. Can this be something that we achieve through the dating process. Like, okay, you going out with them, you going here, you doing this, that, and the other, and all these things. And so seeing them, observing them, you can say to yourself, man, really cool. She didn't have to do this on this particular day. She didn't
Right.
have to say this. I really appreciate this. She's real affirming, complimentary. I
Right.
kind of like her style. And then as it goes on, 6, 7, 8 dates in, and you guys are starting to see more of each other.
Right.
The thought process is then, this may be something I want to commit to.
Okay.
So that's taking the risk, like you said. That's the risk to say, I don't want to no longer share this experience with other women or men. I
Right.
just want to hone in on this person,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so to get to that point, you have to take that, count up the costs personally, and say, I think I'm ready for that next step of commitment. But most people will feel like, if you tell me to be exclusive, and y'all make me honest with you people that are listening,
Yeah.
most people will not probably like for someone to say, let's be exclusive, but then we're going to see how further we're going to go from this exclusivity.
Right.
You know
So
in terms of commitment. Yeah.
I think, yeah, okay, like you said, okay, and I think we're saying the same thing. So in those initial stages of dating, yeah, you might be dating multiple people, but then there's gonna be at least one, maybe two, that kind of like set themselves apart in terms of how they deal with you and how you connect with them and the chemistry that you have in terms of compatibility. There's going to be at least one or two that do that. And so at this point, you got to go, well, let's see. I really want this particular one. So let me kind of scale back on everybody else and let me kind of focus on this one. Now, you don't need to necessarily say at this point, let's be exclusive, unless you want to. But again, the whole process of this, the whole reason behind we're doing this is to determine and to assess whether or not this person that I'm with is worth me committing myself to them. Now, again, this commitment doesn't happen instantaneously, right? And I'm not even saying that it happens within, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth day, or even month 2, 3, 4, or 5. I'm saying at least by the 7th month or the 8th month, we're going, hey, this person has been pretty consistent, pretty reliable. I like the way we vibe with each other. I like and I enjoy our conversations. We're talking on the phone for hours at a time and we never get tired of each other's presence. Okay, maybe this particular person is the one that I need to say I want to be exclusive with. Now, having said that, hopefully at this point, you're willing to at least have a conversation about having a conversation in regards to being committed or rather exclusive. Exclusive. Let me say it like that.
All right, so let's pull it out like this.
Yeah.
In most cases, the reason we move to exclusivity, now people aren't going to like it this way, but there's a core of selfishness involved.
Okay.
Because depending on the type of relationship, okay, let's start at the church house. We know what we should and should not be doing, right?
Okay.
So if you're in the church house and you're doing what you're supposed to do, but you're both single and you're starting to hang out and date, let's just say the one popular praise and worship singer that everybody likes, right? She may like you or think you cute, but she also go out with the bass player.
Okay.
She also talks to one of the ministers. I mean, in terms of dating, she's not intimate, but she's dating.
Right. Okay.
Somebody that really wants to take it to the next level. The catapult for doing so is, I saw her dude with the bass car. I need to shut that thing down and make sure she don't do this anymore, right? And so on the secular side of it, it is intimacy, 100%.
Okay.
You don't once, because here's the thing, here's the sketchy part about single and secular. That's the conference. But anyway, here's the sketchy part about that. When you start doing it at a dating level, but we don't belong to one another,
Mm-hmm.
You can enjoy yourself all you like, or think the experience is what you think it is, or we connected. But if you're not committed, that connection don't mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because at any given time, that
Right.
person can exercise that same right with whomever else they're dating. That's
Right.
the tricky thing about it. And so this is why a lot of people, let's just say you dating a man or a woman who is intimate with you while dating. It means something to you that it may not mean to them.
Right.
So you're saying, I mean, what are we doing here? It seems like it's been we've been going out for like 3 months now. What are we doing? But you're saying it because you're catching feelings. Not
Mm-hmm.
that you're necessarily wanting to be committed. I'm catching feelings and I don't want to share these feelings with anyone else
Right.
but this person. So I think that's where a lot of the times we go wrong, because we ask for commitment for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Commitment should come when we are sure that who I'm committing to is who I'm focused on, not because of some intimacy or I saw them going out with this person. I like them. I hope they like me the same. And over time, I've developed this reason to want to take it to the next level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then we do that. But I think if we doing it the way that you had mentioned it, and I know we're probably saying similar, but people are going to feel like you're not going to get the luxury of taking me off the market exclusively unless you are committed to me.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
committed is a tricky word, because committed is a lifelong exercise, assignment, if you will.
Okay.
It expands, which is why I brought up the loyalty piece.
Okay.
It expands and grows, and it shores up, and it becomes more solid as time goes and as you and that person remain. If you're good to one another, it grows.
Okay.
But but at the same time, when you're telling somebody, let's be committed. I mean, let's be committed, but I'm not ready to really, really commit to you yet. You're essentially telling them, I want you to sit up there on the shelf for a little while I get my mind together. Now I'm gonna dust you off a little bit, but just sit up there and wait until I figure this out.
What happened? You still there? Oh, you're breaking up.
I got bars on my side.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You kind of froze up for me.
Oh.
Are you back?
Yeah. Can everybody hear? Wait a minute. Yeah, I got my bar. Everything is fine on my side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So did you ask some questions?
Because can y'all hear us? Because I can hear you, Adam, pretty good.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
So what was the last question? What was the last thing you said?
I said,
I know you're talking about loyalty being,
yeah. I said that's why we call it loyalty. That's why I said the commitment grows into the loyalty, because commitment is like a lifetime exercise. If you're with your person or you intend to be with them that long, right? It's constantly growing and evolving, and it's going to different levels of commitment each time.
So I guess I have a slightly different take on the whole commitment thing, right? I know you're saying it's a lifetime. It is a lifetime, particularly for those of us who are married, okay? Or even those of us who are engaged. But there's also that level of commitment on the boyfriend-girlfriend level, right? And that's not necessarily a lifetime commitment. That's actually based on the life of the relationship.
Correct.
That if the relationship moves from being boyfriend to girlfriend to engagement to actual marriage, then yeah, that's a lifetime commitment. But here's the thing though, right, Charles? Because when we're boyfriend and girlfriend, that is the level of commitment. Now, if something happens in that boyfriend-girlfriend relationship that changes or alters that commitment, then that commitment is broken, right? That commitment is done. It's that's it. You know what I'm saying? And even in the engagement process, because a lot of people get engaged, but then they don't get married. But then there's something that might happen in that engagement process that brings it into that commitment, but that's still a commitment. And even in the marriage.
That was what I was going to say.
Let me get there. Let me say it.
Yeah. Even
in the marriage, there is that commitment that is there, absolutely, and it is lifetime, your lifetime, till death do us part.
Yeah.
However, the reality is often sometimes those marriages don't work out the way that they should. And as a result of that, that commitment is broken. It's it's
Mhm.
it's it's severed because of whatever. So here's the thing though. The reality is that when I commit myself, the idea is I want this to work out. I don't want this to end. I want us to move from boyfriend and girlfriend to being engaged to being married for the rest of our lives. Nobody plans on breaking up. Nobody plans on the engagement ending. Nobody plans on there being a divorce in their marriage. Yet and still, we must show forth our commitment to the person so that we can have a relationship that is actually viable. And again, like I said, in order for me to be with somebody, I have to determine and assess that they are actually worth my commitment. And I think often what we end up doing is we're committed to people who aren't committed to us as much as we are committed to them. Hence, they are not worth our commitment.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that we believe that they can do this for us and we can do this for them, but they don't see us in the same way. They don't regard us in the same way. We're not even on the same page when it comes to relationships. And as a result of that, even though I commit myself to them, they have not committed themselves to us.
So whose job is it to ensure that someone is feeling that you're feeling? Like, is it the other person's job, or
No.
is it the person? That's why I'm going somewhere, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I take it back to saying we all have the responsibility to either, like, when we back when we were kids, we saw the people over there doing the double dutch line and the whole crowd around them.
Mhm.
You have the choice to jump in or not.
Right,
Like, you can be a spectator,
right,
single, but if
right.
you want to jump in, then you're in. And so that's why I'm just saying it's like it's almost like saying I want to test the commitment before there's a commitment. That's fine,
It's
but
fair.
you can't call it exclusive,
Okay.
because that's what I'm saying. It's everybody's within their well boundaries to sit back and say, "Well, I like you a whole lot, but I do want to continue dating and see how this progresses." And you
Mm,
could really like them, but you want to see how it progresses. But
yeah.
if the minute you go to putting in someone's psyche that we are committed or we exclusive, depending on the person, they're going to hear it like, "Oh, it is just you and me.
Oh,
That
yeah.
we're committed." So they're going to take it like that, and they're not going to take it that means, well, just hold on, you haven't got quite the platinum card yet, but this is the gold membership. Just hold on, and I'm gonna drive this bus slowly. People don't want to sign up for that. They want to sign up for, meaning from ground zero, we're committed, and then
Mhm.
from this point on, this commitment that we have is going to grow
Okay.
with one another, get
Right.
stronger. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
So here's the thing though, right? So I wouldn't even, and this is just me. This is just me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even introduce the whole idea of being exclusive to someone if I'm dating other people. That is not a conversation for somebody who is dating multiple people to have. Exclusivity by its own very nature, it's not necessarily a commitment, but it is saying I only want to date you. Period. That's what exclusivity means. Now, for us to put other things in there, it's contradictive, right? Because exclusive means exclusive. It means just one. It means singularly just that one. But to add other things into the mix kind of like defeats the purpose of being exclusive.
So let's take it like this. Let's add Las Vegas into the picture.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's switch it up.
That's
People go to Las Vegas to play, wait a minute, many hands at many tables.
true.
But the goal is to win, singular.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their crazy way of getting there, but the goal is not to come home at a loss.
Got
I'm
it.
coming home a big winner. So
Mm,
some people see dating that way. They don't see it as if because I'm dating all these people that I don't want to win. They look at it as a way of I'm just going up under every rock and every crevice to make sure I'm not missing anything in my whole evaluation to trying to win. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
well, yeah.
I was gonna say, how many of y'all out there gambling with our relationships?
A
That's
lot
what
of
I
people
want.
are gambling. Shoot, you better
Out
believe
there
that.
gambling.
And see,
Sugar crab playing the roulette wheel.
now, Danielle on tonight. Praise the Lord, Sister Danielle. All right, on tonight. Anyway, she brought up a good point. Let me put it back up there. This is one of them touchy ones. All right. That's being unequally yoked.
True that.
Even before walking down the aisle. Now, this is going to be, we're not going to belabor on this, but this could be a whole nother show. What constitutes unequally yoked?
Oh, God.
Because I only say that because to me, I think we have, and this isn't to you, Danielle, this is people. I think we have cornered that term to say you don't think and do like me. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're not necessarily yoked. You just don't do the things and subscribe to the things that I think that you should. And because you don't, you're an outsider that I like, right? But unequally yoked, like being yoked is being of the same, we have like similar beliefs, similar convictions. We see certain things with like families and different things and all those things. We see those kind of things align. But to me, coming up how we came up, we automatically ascribe unequally yoked to salvation.
Oh yeah.
That's how we came up. It's like so what kind of look down to the granular level, Danielle. Let's just say I'm Pentecostal. I meet you, I like you. The first thing I'm saying, what church you go to? When people ask you what church they go to, they're trying to see if you are yoked. That's why they ask you. First, you're going to get one or two questions. Are you a believer? Do you go to church, period? And that last one, if you tell them, oh, yeah, I go every time I'm on the usher board, I'm in the choir, what church you go to? That means, let me see how you believe, what you believe, and if we can come together. And see, we make those assumptions because think about it. Nobody's yoked. If somebody is in the Holy Tabernacle and somebody's down the street off working, they just ain't going to church, period, but we having sex. The yoke don't matter because you're not taking your stand and I'm not helping you stand or fall. So at the end of the day, the yoke don't matter. And so that's my only argument with that. We bring up the yoke thing, but we don't hold up the yoke when we're in it. The yoke only matter when it's upheld. If the standard of the yoke isn't upheld, it does not matter. Now, come to the table when you're ready to hold up the yoke. Come on tonight, tonight. But anyway, but no, seriously. I mean, no, for real. I think this whole commitment thing, I think it's a maturity thing.
It is.
Because dating, let's just be honest, dating can be fun and playful. For the kids, it's playful. You get to go out with no excuses, no cares at all. You both just flip free and fancy, and whatever comes out of those dates, great. For some people, look, for some men and women, somebody will take you out somewhere, and to some man, if he go take a woman to a steak dinner, that means he may get something real special at the end of the night, right? Or to some men, or a man may go somewhere with a woman and be like, you told me earlier on tonight that you had a problem with your bill. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that for you. I'm not saying that's the goal, but people do that, right? These things happen. So I'm just saying, so when it comes to the dating thing, people have their reasons for either being spread out or singular. But at the end of the day, the goal is to only approach people. Like if I had to go back and clean up when I messed up back in the day, I would say I would not have been in a quarter of the relationships that I ascribe to. Because my reasonings behind a lot of them were funky reasons. They really weren't legitimately committing reasons. They were just whether I got coerced into it, whether I coerced them, whether it was lust behind it, whether it was behind it, whether it was, we go to the same church, whatever the case.
Right.
Those aren't foundational reasons to say, hey, I see you and I appreciate your values.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, let's code a line and see where this goes, right? That kind of thing. But we learn over time that, we get into a lot of silly things and we end up in regretful situations because we didn't take the time to count the cost up.
Yeah.
Now, it's like you're fortunate if you'll meet someone and you commit and you be like, man, that was the best commitment idea I made. This person is amazing. Doesn't happen all the time, right? But if you're fortunate to have that experience and not just a commitment, but there's nothing like experiencing loyalty. When a person is loyal to you, that means I'm still rocking and I can't stand you. But I'm still rocking with you, right? I'm rocking with you over here, but you know what? You just sit on over there for a minute because I'm about to go out with my mom and them and eat. But I talk to you later. But I ain't, we good, but just not right this moment. But but nobody's taking actions to blow the relationship up or go to the left or the right. You know what I mean? And so it's staying focused in it. But not everybody gets to that point to feel balanced enough to say I'm in a healthy balance of a relationship to say we're not perfect and we're on our way somewhere. But this ride is a smooth ride. It's a good ride. We both adore and love each other's company and time, and this is a good thing. And it's only good things ahead. And see, nowadays, unfortunately for the people at large, there are so many. We are so we have tentacles everywhere. People are calling themselves, they're dating in person, dating virtually, committing in person, still being available virtually, over this site, that DM, this dating interest, this swipe. We are trying to not leave nothing on the table. We don't want to miss no opportunities. And there is no such thing as entertaining everyone and thinking you're just going to find it.
Right.
You have to make a responsible decision to say,
that's right,
I'm going to gamble on this person. And if it don't work out, guess what? I'll spin the wheel again. But I'm telling you from experience, you will drive yourself nuts trying to entertain multiple after multiple. You drive yourself nuts. It's just not going to work. And then you're going to end up with people that you don't like. They don't like you. This didn't work out. You're mad and all this kind of stuff. And so the bottom line is refraining from being selfish, like saying we can be committed, but only after I see that you just worthy of the cause. I'm going to throw something back at you, Adam. This is friendly fire. Okay.
Oh, whatever.
Day one, when you met Maria, you threw a friendly fire of commitment at her. This is before any dating happened at all. This was just coming to the table and let's meet at the table.
Okay.
At the table, when you was landing on, you was like, and you said to her, you said to her, I only want one.
Yeah.
I always refer back to that. I never forget that, because to a woman that is in expectation or looking to find someone serious, if you step to the table and tell a woman that you only want one and she feels that connection that you being for real, that's dangerous. Not in a bad way. I mean, she's going to be like, oh my God, this guy, he seems like he's real. We all know what women would do. They'll go home, get on the phone. Girl, he sounds like he's really serious. We're going to see where this goes immediately. So now she may not be exclusive totally, but any man can be blessed that a woman that's in a dating phase, she considers you. If you're a person of consideration, then if you play your cards right, you can get to being a person of commitment. You understand what I'm saying? That's right, Maria. See, Maria said she never forgot that. Let's highlight Maria on tonight. All right. No.
Oh, God.
I told you. So I see that she backed it up. That right there told her in that moment that whether she didn't know if Adam was full of games or not, The fact that he said it, he probably had a serious look on his face and all looked like he's about to do like this. All of those things. It's like, well, this guy, I think he's pretty good. He might be pretty about his business. So that's what I mean when I say commitment. When you're going to tell someone that we're going to be committed, they're looking for you to come to the table saying, now, this is what you want, then let's do this. But they don't want you to tell them, let's be exclusive, but we pseudo serious until I feel it in my gut to be really committed to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all.
So, I don't know why you put me on the spot like this, bro.
No, that's a good spot.
So here's the thing, though, right? In my making that statement, I wasn't aware of what was happening. I'm talking about, being with somebody and talking to somebody and being in a relationship with somebody. I am being, and this is how I am, whoever you might be. I'm going to be transparent with you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful with you. And the hope is that you are discerning enough to pick up on the fact that I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to sit here and trick you. I'm trying to be straight with you because I want you to be straight with me. Yeah. So I'm going to put myself out there in the hopes that you also put yourself out there. So I wasn't trying to get nobody. I'm just talking. I'm talking about out of my head and out of my thoughts. Now, whether or not that was the means and the vehicle by which my wife, Maria, was drawn into it, and this kind of gravitationally pulled her into it, okay. But my intention was not to necessarily do that. Again, my intention was to be truthful and transparent with where I was going in terms of my intentions. And even if you look at Maria's statement, she says inside her head, she hoped that she was it. Well, see, at that point in time, we had just met each other. Nobody was talking about commitment. We were talking about the potentiality of having something.
Yeah.
This wasn't something that was guaranteed. This wasn't something that was absolutely assured. This was, and here again is what I'm saying from the very beginning. It was a calculated risk on my part to say what I said, right? Yeah. It's a calculated risk whenever you enter into a relationship because you have no control over the behavior and the actions of the other person. You hope and pray that they prove themselves to be worthy of your commitment, but you have no idea. You don't know what they're going to do. And so you're just believing and hoping that they actually will.
Now, and that was, I would call that, I'll classify that as what you sold that day was a nugget of distinction. Because in the dating thing, put it this way, all bets are off on the first date. I don't have to be serious because you're serious. I don't have to take what you're saying serious because you're serious. It's the first date. But no, what I'm saying, when you say to a person, again, I only want one, that's a nugget to a woman or a man to say, in this process that I'm in, I need to place this person in this special bucket right here because I don't hear that every day. And I guarantee you, most of the women in this comments that listen, if they've gone out on dates, you've heard the men, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, God must have sent you up from heaven, whatever, all that stuff. But he's not going to come out every day and say, I only need one. That's not an everyday statement. It's not one of those kind of things that you might hear the guy say, I'm out here, I'm tired of playing games, or God told me you was the one, but you're not going to hear him say, you're not going to hear that all the time. So you're right. You ain't gonna hear that.
So let's be honest. Yeah. My saying I only want one, to me, was a very innocuous statement. Again, there was no, you can say whatever you want. I know my thoughts behind it. I know what I meant when I said it. I was not trying to get anybody. All I was doing was having a conversation with somebody who we were out on the first date with. And I refuse to believe, Charles, that there aren't any other brothers, men out there who do the same thing that I did. They might not necessarily say it in the same way, but again, their intent to be truthful and transparent with a potential mate is what they're trying to do. They're just speaking out of the volume and the abundance of their own heart. And here's the thing, though. Let me say this. To be with somebody who you desire to be with requires that you have a level of maturity, like you already said, to be committed. And that's what I wanted. Now, even though I didn't come right out and say it,
Yeah.
my whole intent was to be committed. I wasn't dating to be promiscuous. I wasn't dating just to be out there. I wasn't dating to shop around because I hate shopping anyway. So I'm not always shopping around. That's not the kid. I know what I want. I'm gonna go get it. Bam. That's it. That's all we got to say about that right now. I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be committed. Now, if you happen to catch what I'm throwing, I only want one. Good on you. Because you caught what I was throwing.
Yeah.
Right? I just wanted somebody who wanted to be with me. At the end of the day, I wanted to be committed. I don't like not having somebody there and not being dedicated to somebody.
Look what Maria said. Maria said, yeah, don't get all nervous now.
Whatever.
Maria says your actions backed up your words. It wasn't just what you said, but your actions that follow. All right,
Okay.
shout out to Maria. All right.
Again, that just speaks to the person that said what he said and then did what he did. And again, I refuse to believe that I'm the only one that's doing it. I guarantee you there are other men out there, other women out there who will say a thing and then do a thing. You know what I'm saying? And
most people just say they may not. You're right. People have different ways of expressing. Wow, I actually met you, right? Yeah. Or him or her, but they might not say it like that. But they have actions that may let the person know that you really feeling them, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I just think that I think like we said at the very beginning of the conversation that commitment nowadays is a very cheap word because nobody is being committed.
Yeah,
everybody's doing whatever it is they want to do, however they want to do it, whenever they want to, not just to stay safe, but to please themselves, to serve their own interest. You know what I'm saying? But real commitment means I'm grown enough, I'm a grown man enough to be dedicated to you to the point where I'm willing to be faithful and loyal to you. Here's the thing, Charles. We don't talk about this. I want to talk about the fact, real quick. I want to talk about the fact that real commitment, or rather, let me ask the question. Let me ask it like this: is your commitment fragile? Is your commitment easily frustrated? And does your commitment persevere? See, these are the things that we don't consider when we're talking about being committed to somebody. Because at the first sign of a disagreement, we're not on the same page.
Yeah.
We want to run. We want to run for the hills. The first moment when we become frustrated with one another, we're not agreeing with each other. We out. I'm gone. I'm packing it up. I'm out of here. We don't allow the commitment to be what it is, because commitment says this is not based on my feelings alone. This is about facts. The fact that we are both depending on each other. The fact that we are both being loyal to each other. The fact that we are both being reliable and we are both being faithful to one another. That this is a reciprocal relationship that we are doing for one another. We are adding to each other. We're strengthening and supporting to each other. So as a result of that, I am committed, which means my commitment is not going to be fragile. My commitment is not going to allow myself to be frustrated. My commitment is going to persevere even in hard times. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think we have adopted, social media has caused a lot of people to adopt the mindset of like we carry, like we're people are out there wanting to date, wanting to find someone, hoping for their prince or princess, but at the same time, in our back pocket, we carry around the slogan, well, just in case.
Yeah.
In the event of, here is my escape plan. This is my out route. This is my alternative. I'm not saying that people haven't always had other people from years and years ago, but it has exploded. It's almost a thing nowadays. you have to expect when you are meeting people that you in a long pecking order.
Wow.
You just better expect it. Like, I mean, not everybody is so heart and soul that they're just like mature enough to take you in and just deal with you.
Mhm.
Most people have a whole lot of supporting actresses and actors in their world
Ooh,
to
Lord.
run their movie, right? They got all these people that's supporting it. And people are not honest, but you talked about early on about the whole flued out thing. People are flying. This thing is global. I
Mhm.
know this person that was going over
Lord.
to Jamaica to mess with this person who was really just intimate with them. They
Mhm.
weren't really offering them much or nothing but this intimacy, right? She
Mhm.
taking her happy self over there once or twice a month and then coming back home. I'm just like, we in bad shape, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, it's just like we have this thing where we are just we out here just we afraid. People are. That's why I said that fear concept, because the
Mhm.
fear of it. There is the greed. Now there is the greed there, like you said. There is the greediness of I want everything that's at my fingertips to have.
Okay.
But most of those people, heck, you wait till the holidays come, and all the people that's outside are sad because now it ain't fun to be outside when the highlight is on the one you love.
Right.
See, when the time of year comes around, there are certain times of the year that all the foolishness gets quiet
Mhm.
because the foolishness is convenient when it's convenient. But when times come and the narrative is like the one you love, Hallmark for the person you love through and through and loves you too. And the
Right.
person is like, he don't love me. He gone back home to his wife or whatever. Whatever they call husband, she gone back to her husband, whatever. I
Right.
mean, people start to get the reality of what they've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are someone who is not seen as value to the person
Right.
you're risking and availing yourself to.
Yeah.
And so it's only those times that give us the reality check. Because guess what? If the world was only one summer, 365 days a year, there would
Mhm.
hardly be no marriages.
Wow. Really?
People would be all over the place, and we in Aruba, we over there. Oh my God, it's fun. The men will have their shades on, shirts off on the beach. Hey, this is my hotel key. It would just be one lascivious party if it
Wow.
was only summer.
Okay.
But God established seasons to give us time to digest where we were and where we're trying to go. And that allows us to see to ourselves, I mean, I like life, but I think I'm better in the winter. I don't need to be over in the summer for
Mhm.
whatever the case is. You pick your thing, but at the end of the day, everybody wants to be loved.
Mhm.
Everybody wants somebody to say, "I'm rocking. I'm in your corner. I'm your cheerleader.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Look, I only want one."
Right.
Everybody wants a person to tell them that.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is we are guarding ourselves with all of these options
Mhm.
because we don't want to experience that Pearl Harbor effect that Japan dropped on us, right? When we were sleeping. See, sleeping was like we comfortable. We don't have a care in the world. We were so comfortable we didn't realize we had a conflict that wasn't playing with us.
Mhm.
So even in relationships, we have conflicts that we sleep on. And you going to sleep and the conflict is right there and you're
Right.
choosing to ignore it. And before you know it, boom, here comes Pearl Harbor bomb. And what you thought was is not. Now you're understanding that this is this, and I'm over here now. And now you devastated, don't want to go outside, don't want to eat. Like I said before, the sounds of summer make you sick, whatever. So you don't want to deal with none of that stuff. So that's a reality of how things are nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I think they call it, what is it, cuffing season or something like that.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
gets now it's wintertime. Now I need to give me a boo
Right.
because you know why they want to boo? Because if it's warm outside, nobody's really in the house. Everybody's at bars, places, everywhere something's going on.
Right.
They're there. But when it's really cold in winter, no one wants to be at their own home command center with nobody entertaining you you just gotta wish maybe somebody gonna come see you and all that. Nobody want to deal with that. You want to be assured. But the selfishness is We only want to be secure when it's cold. And when it's warm, get off me. I need some
Right.
smothering me. That's what it is. It's like when it's cold, come on, I need you. When it's warm, I need time.
Wow.
So be fickle, man. That's why a lot of people really just need some institute some therapy year round. Because we are selfish and we got some polluted mindsets of what we expect people to do for us and the roles we expect them to play in our lives when we give them minimal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think we need a wake up slap in the face or something to kind of wake us up because this whole outside thing has just wrecked everything.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
So here's the thing though, Charles. So here's the reality is that real commitment is not seasonal. It's not like an Amazon job that you just work for the holiday season and then when it's over, it's over. Real commitment, to use another yearly word, is perennial, which means it lasts all year long.
Yeah.
In fact, real commitment, when it comes to the married folk, lasts for years. It's not seasonal. It's not finicky. It's not up one day and down the next day. Real commitment, mature commitment, is a lifelong activity that we participate in with our loved ones. And here's the thing that I think we kind of failed to say this early on in this conversation is that in all honesty, let's be truthful about it. Real commitment should be a byproduct of your love for someone, that you love them enough to want to be committed to them. Now, it doesn't stay at the love level, but it is as a result of the love that we have for one another. Because I love you, I want to be committed to you. There's no sense of obligation in this. I want to be with you. So therefore I'm going to be faithful to you. I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm going to pledge my allegiance to you. I'm going to vow to you because I want to be committed to you. Our commitment is an outgrowth of the love and affection that we should have for one another. Real talk.
So how do we? This is where you would get a big argument. How would we? There's a whole community to the left, that would say, "I love my husband, I love my wife, but we are swingers." Just making a point. I'm making a point now because you said commitment.
Yeah,
they are committed. They're just committed to their preference.
Okay.
And so this is where commitment gets tricky because it sounds good, but it's tricky because in my mind, how can I say I'm committed to me? I'm just talking about to me.
Yeah.
How can I say I'm committed if I'm willing to share you? No, listen, I'm going to take it even further since you said for married folks. Listen, how am I willing to, I'm teasing, listen, how am I willing to share you if I'm willing to put a chink in the ring? I'm willing to break the circle. So the purpose of what we prefer. I'm just making a point. So everybody has their idea of what commitment is to them. And commitment is not necessarily, I'm only saying that because commitment is not necessarily just a marital thing that works good. Right. It's a thing that two people say, this is the cause we're going to lock into. Yeah, I don't care. We're gonna be bank robbers, murderers. We're committed to a cause, right? Whatever it is. And so commitment is only in anything that we do and commit to. It is only fruitful if we do it with the right intention and we do it with unselfish motives. Okay. A lot of times we call something committed and working good because it works for us. Right. It only is all the things that's in my favor. So why wouldn't I think this is a good committed marriage? Try getting tried and ruffled and you not getting your way or somebody telling you no or going over there or take it even further, having to forgive in covenant. You trying to forgive someone after intimacy has been broken. Trust. Yeah. In marriage, it's a whole nother level thing. So that's what I'm saying. The whole commitment thing is a whole spiraling conversation. But I brought this up today to talk about it because I'm just saying people that are committed and in commitments, You need to check in, right? And be like, have our dynamics of commitment changed?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Are we still loyal, right? We still exclusive, me and you, nobody else, right? Am I satisfying your emotional needs? Are you talking to Steve or Cindy because I don't do it for you emotionally? You understand what I'm saying? Or are you going to the casino with Greg and Karen because they like to have fun on that level, but that's your outlet, right? You understand what I'm saying? And so you got to talk to your person and see where the commitment is aligned, and if we still on the same page, because some people will make and write their own narratives of commitment to survive. Check this out. Write their own narrative to survive the commitment that they're in.
Mm.
You got married folks who make other lives so that they can stay committed. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to think of it on different levels.
Okay. Well, as far as me and my house is concerned, we're not swinging. We're not polyamorous. And I'm not trying to get on nobody's soapbox, but all I'm saying, as for me and my house,
Oh,
Sister Danielle, I know you with me. As for me and my house,
look at her started.
we're
Oh,
gonna do what's
God.
right. We're gonna do what's right at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, oh, that's good talk.
We're gonna do
We
what's
got to be prepared. I'm bringing this up, Mr. Ford, because as we go out and launch out into the outer parts of the world, evangelizing this type of show type thing, not everybody is where we are. People. This world is not in the space of saying they only want one.
And
they're saying I would die if I only had one.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'll go on record for saying this. So yeah, everybody else is doing what they want to do, and then not only are they doing, but they're making us look at it
for sure,
and almost we have to like approve and validate it. Well, you know what? You know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna agree with nothing that I don't agree with. You're not gonna coerce you. You're not gonna make me. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm going to show you how I live. Yeah. I'm going to show you how I and my family operate.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want to say with that. You can do whatever you want to do, but I know what I need to do. I know what's right. Yeah. All I'm saying is I'm not afraid to stand up and say, everybody else, you're doing what you want to do. We're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to show you the right way to do it. All the other stuff y'all doing, all that. Get me started. All that other stuff y'all doing, I don't want no parts of that. But as for me and my house, y'all know the end of it. Sister Danielle, I know you know. As for me and my house, come on, y'all. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We gonna do what's right. We gonna do what's right. See, and we gonna see how it all turns out.
Yes. Oh Lord, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. But no, this was good, man. This is a good show. It makes you kind of rethink and requantify how we see commitment. Because, like you said, we came up saying to ourselves, commitment is this, and commitment means we lock in and we go ahead and we stay connected like a vine. Yeah. Throughout the duration of whatever it is that we have, whether it's like you said, relationship, engagement, marriage, whatever that is, the goal is to stick it out committed as possible. Yeah. So it's just that because we live in these challenging times where distractions are purposefully shopped, it's like on all levels, right? Not only are the distractions there, but it's like, here's a distraction, here's the secret way to entertain it. Yeah. So it makes you have to work on your integrity daily. You got to build it to say, I don't care if that's over there, and if that's saying come, I'm going to stand right here and work on building the muscles of integrity right here. Because if you don't, you'll be in this season, you'll be all over the world acting a fool in this season. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks again to everybody tuning into Unique Perspective Love Talk. Oh, let me just say something. I need to say something really quick, Mr. Ford. I hope you're okay with this. Just to clear up some things. Some people have been sending me some messages, and they were wanting some sort of clarity and understanding. So let me lay out the dynamics. Adam, 2017, I started Unique Perspectives Love Talk Radio. Relationship-based show. That's what we've been pushing for a long time. Adam came to me. He approached me last year and said, hey, what about entertaining a spinoff show where we talk about different things, not just relationship, but family, whatever the case is. And so he came up with the Know Better, Do Better podcast. So that's why when you guys see that, we're promoting it like that. We just haven't officially launched it in the direction to say, go ahead, Adam. Maybe we just need to go ahead and do it sooner than later and just start doing those type of shows and see what we can do. But the point is, Know Better, Do Better doesn't have the limits of relationship. Unique Perspectives is kind of solely talking about love talk radio relationships. Right. So when you guys see that, that's the reason you guys see these things. So no, this and this isn't this and that and that. It's just that's how we quantify it differently. We just work together under one business roof. Yeah. All right. Cool. Is that did I say it okay, Mr. Ford? Make sure all my
I didn't know that was a thing, but okay, yeah.
But yeah, people's asking because I think what it is we're branding ourselves, and as the branding is moving, people are wondering what this means and that means. You know,
right? I got it. And you know what's funny though? So we don't even. I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Look, you Know Better, Do Better ain't even stood up yet and getting talked about. It ain't even stood up yet.
Right. Anyway. I guess we need to start doing those, huh?
Yeah, figure out get you some family shows or whatever the type we was mentioning, and just go for it.
And look, it'll be the same two people doing it too. Right. It'll be the same two people.
I don't know if you have more guests come, different people. Well, like you said on here, and we're gonna start going back to the days of old when we would have more inclusivity, if you will, of different. Because we need to, like, yes, this is a niche show that me and Adam do, where it's just two men talking about, which is kind of rare, but it didn't start that way at its inception. It was my thought back then was to have the female voice, the male voice. And it just grew to be what it is now. But ideally, I do think it's important to open up the platform where the women can speak their side of it. And me and Adam will, we speak our side in concert. And I think that's how we'll get some good results. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Appreciate y'all. And let's see, we will see you guys. So what's next week? Next week is, what's next Friday's date? Yeah, it's still a good time. Yeah, this year is flying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's really flying. But all right, y'all. See y'all soon. All right. Yeah.
No.
Should I guess I messed it up enough. I don't need to go mess it up.
Oh, you go ahead. Go and do what you're going to do. Ratchet yourself. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. So,
you know you like that ratchetness. You know you enjoy that ratchetness.
Today, we need to start. They need to start a trend. They need to get tattoos that people say, committed. Put it around your neck. Committed.
Really?
Committed. But people don't care. They're gonna come up and be like this. I see that thing on your neck. Well, how would you like it if I overlay, if you covered up that one? I had on there because
Right.
do you better than him or her. So that's what we. Why do we like what's not supposed to be ours? Why are we so greedy and selfish? Somebody say they got soon. Look, soon. Here's the famous line. Here's a gentleman. He see a lady come out the grocery store. Oh my! I followed you down because you look amazing. I would love to take you out. What's your name? Blah blah blah. Oh, I'm married. Thank you. But are you? Because I could provide something that he probably isn't. Why do we do that? And the women will do the same thing. Women will say to the man, "Oh, is she taking care of home?" Oh, it's just like, why not just say, "You married? Thank God somebody else is off the scene and not out here in the war ground."
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So leave it at that.
You sound like you had some personal experience with that, sir. No, anyway.
Huh? No, I'm good. I ain't on the war ground. I'm straight. Yeah, but anyway, all right.
Let me leave you alone. I ain't gonna mess with you, man.
Yeah, I got some things in my pocket. I got some. You know what? You know what's the one with the 5 David and Goliath? I got some.
Are you talking about David? David.
Look, and I haven't thrown one once. So anyway, remember that? Remember back in the day?
Oh my God, dude.
I got 5 rocks. Anyway. All right, y'all. Next week we'll holler at you guys, and we will.
Next week is my birthday. I don't announce that often, but
yes. Now I forgot you're gonna be gone, so we probably won't do it next week. You're not gonna.
We can do it next week. We can do it next Friday. We can figure out next Friday.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, let me know. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Some stuff with me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, be safe, man. Have safe travels, and we'll definitely talk. I got some dates offline. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.